Hello, thank you for joining me for another beer review then. Today we've got a beer from Stewart Brewing. I've had a beer from them for ages. And yeah, this is their cocoa nut chocolate and hazelnut stout. And it's coming in at 7.1% ABV. These guys, I believe, are out of Edinburgh. No, they're not. Is it Edinburgh? Brewed and canned at Stewart Brewing. Lone Head, not Edinburgh. So water, malted barley, wheat, hops, yeast, and the dreaded natural flavourings. That always kind of is a bit of a killer when you pick up a beer and you read that. Well, there you go. I like the sound of it on the front of it anyway. So yeah, chocolate and hazelnut stout for 7.1. I can't remember how much it was. 180, £2, I don't know. Part of the LIDL beer festival back in sort of July time. So reviewing it now, the 18th of Sunday the 18th. Is it Sunday the 18th? Sunday the 18th of February. February. I'm good. Sunday the 18th of September. Crafted Edinburgh. It does say Edinburgh at the top, so that's probably where I got it from. So nice, well, reasonable looking can. But yeah, Stewart Brewing. Had a few beers from them in the past, not for a while. This is at room temperature. Has been for probably about a week. I got it out of the fridge after the warmer weather had passed, kind of deal. So it's had slight fluctuations in storage, but favourable storage. We'll leave it there. We've got a little bit left in the can. So it's actually poured out a really nice one finger kind of khaki coloured or just off white head, if you like. Very kind of almost like a latte kind of coloured head. Tightly packed bubbles around the top there. Gives you an idea of what it's all about. Leaving a little bit of lacing as I tilt the glass, which is always a good sign. Into the light then, yeah, it's jet black. Pretty good. Swirling a nose then. Okay, it's quite rich baker's chocolate going on there. Hints of a nuttiness, hazelnut, I'm not sure, but at this point, nice kind of roasty, toasty on the malts. Slight kind of creaminess, touch of sweetness as well on the nose. So let's give it a try. It smells really decent, to be fair. Cheers. That head dissipated really quickly after that first little. Perhaps I just scoffed the top of the beer then, I'm not sure. Lovely creamy mouthfeel. Decadent almost. Nice kind of baker's chocolate, as I was saying. Quite rich. A medium kind of amount of sweetness in this one. Just about to say before I took that mouthful, a lingering flavour on the palate, which is always a good thing. Slight, almost like a little bit of cocoa powder coming through now. A little bit of kind of dryness mid palate. Hanging around though, hanging around on the palate, clinging on. Wants you to enjoy it, that kind of deal. It's really decent, I think. A little bit dry, you know, mid palate with that kind of cocoa powder kind of vibe. But overall, it's pretty decent. So flavour of hazelnut then. I think the any kind of cocoa, or I don't know if there's cacao nibs in this or what the deal is. It doesn't really say. This says natural flavouring, so rich dark chocolate and sweet. It's not overly sweet for me, but hazelnut flavours dominate. For me, it's it's dark baker's chocolate is dominating, and cocoa powder. Hazelnut is definitely probably underlying that, but it's masking it for me at this point. and it's not going to warm up any. I'm at the limit of what flavours I'm going to get out of this one. So Edinburgh's original craft beer brewery, Stewart Brewing, have been innovating and brewing great beer since 2004. So I definitely remember reviewing a few of their beers early on in my kind of reviewing hobby. I wouldn't say career. It's not a career, is it? I'm not earning thousands out of this. So, but yeah, it's early days of the hobby, basically. 2015, something like that ballpark, I think. Not many, maybe like one or two. But I'm quite interested to find out more information about what is actually in this beer, because it's very kind of limited on detail on the can, at least. But it's actually quite a decent beer. As I say, slightly dry. It's quite easy drinking. There's no hint of the ABV, that's for sure. You know, that kind of thing. Body-wise, then, yeah, kind of medium. It's nothing crazy, nothing going absolutely nuts. Not any hazelnuts, anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's decent enough. Very drying though. The more I'm drinking, it's like, whoa, okay. Cocoa powder vibe is definitely kind of building. Very rich, very decadent. Sweetness is almost building as well. So if you're expecting hazelnut out of this, you're probably going to be disappointed. That's all I'm going to say. But if you like kind of like chocolate stouts, this is actually really good. If this was just plain chocolate stout, I think you'd like it. Whether it's still around or not in Lidl at the moment, I couldn't tell you. I haven't been up there since July, so probably not, I'd say. The beer festival beers don't generally hang around very long, a week or week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, done. Whether this is floating around on their web store or not, I don't know. But again, nice to try a beer from Stewart Brewing, of course, and I've got one or two other beers from them as well down in the fridge, from this little beer festival back in July. Now we're in September, but I'm still going to give them a go, give them a review. It's more for me about trying these beers when I want to try them, rather than I'm not kind of a labour of I've got to buy the beers and put them out straight away. New beers, it's not my deal. So you've probably seen reviews on this beer before. So I'm always arriving late to the party. So anyway, let me know if you've had this one before. Then this is Stewart's Brewing Cocoa Nut. That's their chocolate and hazelnut stout, 7.1% ABV. Decent. Would have again. See you on the next one.